Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I go by Lune and Nate, and what I'm creating for you today for our little collective here is a ASMR style video set with an intention. So this is something you can use to relax to unwind, to recenter. This is hopefully a tool you can use to connect with your subconscious mind, your own inner energetic fields, of course, as well. And if you're open to energy work by proxy, you could use this as a energy work session. So if this is the first time you've seen one of my videos, I am a healing arts practitioner, teacher, student, and this is topics, things that I really am into and study and practice. So I hope that the authenticity remains there, but I hope there's also a practical nature to this in some capacity as well, because I don't want it to be so out there all the time. But our theme for today was suggested by an individual in the Patreon community. Hey! And this is about connecting with like pleasure and joy and fun and the like excitement, I could say, of life, of the personal life, of the extended, like connecting with the environment. But because I have done a video like this before, and because we are in Aquarian season at this time when I'm creating it, approaching Piscean season, we're in like a bit of more spacey time, a time where if I'm creating this video to focus on like the body and like pleasure and senses and all of this stuff, my approach here is going to be a little different than the video I've made before. I want to begin in the subtle. I want to begin in the mind. I want to begin in the fantasy, in the imagination, in what we're able to grow and cultivate within ourselves to pull that forward into the body, let's say, or the more tangible experience. So if this theme resonates with you, or even if it doesn't, you just want to go along with it, that's cool too. But if it does resonate with you, I'm going to do my best to suggest some opportunities for you to remember or focus or create or be a bit playful, essentially, in this session, which I think we're playful in all of them, but even more so. So I have this little manifesting candle here. I'm just creating these a bit of a hobby right now, and I am sharing them on Patreon, but they are not like the final product, you know? They're more like friendly product. It has oils and herbs and gemstone and metal. And we're gonna use these strawberry incense matches today because I think they are so playful. I love the smell of them. They remind me of like being in high school and like kind of smoking weed for the first few times, like cherry rolling papers or strawberry rolling papers. Or there was this like little cigar shop in I don't know, South Jersey that sold these like little mini cigars called beaties, and they were really like a lot of different smells. And anyway, it just brings back some memories here. Summer, driving in your first car. So we're going to set an intention on behalf of the highest, whoa, and greatest good. In perfect comfort and alignment, our intention today is to be able to connect in the subtle realm, in the realm of the imagination, in the realm of fantasy, in the realm of play, play, of dream, of daydreams, of fiction even, right? Like, I don't mean that it can't be real. I mean, like, just starting from this very pure place of the imagination, essentially, and how we can connect and draw from the imagination and bring it down, you know, bring that excitement down, bring that pleasure, those sensations that we're able to tune into from our subtle senses and bring them in to our reality more. All right? And if you have your own wish or intention that you'd like to send and direct this session towards, please just follow the light with your eyes and send in your own wish, your own manifestation, your own desire. We're going to begin by lighting some of this sacred wood and kind of sending some energy to our imagination bodies, our daydream bodies. This is cedar or Spanish cedar or cedro. I don't even know. And I purchased this from, because I'm sharing, because many people ask where I get stuff. I got this on Etsy. This is the name of the shop, West Alameda, I believe. Can you see that? It's hard to see. But when you purchase from them, they make a lot of different donations. The New Mexico Immigrant Law Center, the Navajo Water Project, the Ecuador Children's Project, Smile Foundation, New Mexico Wilderness Alliance. So, just sharing. I bought some lovely alligator juniper and this gorgeous Spanish cedar. And yeah, I showed you the shop, right? Not affiliated, just purchased on my own. And I also want to share that there's more than Palo Santo out there, you know. There's so many other lovely woods and ethically harvested woods that we can use. I'm sure you can hear my little bird friends in the background today. But we're just gonna let this ignite. Get a little smoke going. And again, send this in a nurturing way, in a comforting way, in a cozy bed. Hear the birds in the background, opening your eyes. This like waking up of the imagination. This catalyst or, I don't know, awakening of the subtle senses that we're going to work in first. And cedar is so nurturing, so lovely. Just want to get it really going. Sorry if this takes a minute. Focusing in on that dream body, this other point of consciousness, these other points of connection beyond the physical form. And I'd love for you as we're doing this, as we're waking up a little here, as we hear these birds, to cultivate within yourself through a memory or a fantasy or something you've read before, or a song or experience you've had, or something you've wished for, something that brings you joy, something that feels amazing to you. Let your imagination play and really feel it if you're able to. Whether you can cultivate like a memory of eating something, of falling in love, of traveling, of witnessing, of being somewhere, of standing in the ocean or floating on a lake, or feeling the sun touching your cheeks or warming your back. No matter what you're able to tune into, make sure it brings you joy, feels good. Just let it kind of flow around you, in you, hold it, hold the thought, hold the feeling. But with whatever you're able to tune into now, whatever you're able to imagine and connect with, a feeling again of like your feet sinking into the sand as you stand in the ocean and the waves come in and out, the feeling of the warm sun on your face, or maybe you see yourself in the woods and you can smell the pine trees, you can smell the rain and the earth, you can hear the birds, or maybe you picture cozying up and snuggling with someone very special to you, feeling loved, supported, or maybe you're even able to get a little more empowered and feel that love that you have inside yourself, sent to yourself, enveloping yourself in this feeling and this joy and this sensation of acceptance, love, unconditional love, whatever it is, whatever you're able to tune into now. We want to kind of mark it, pin it, anchor it, and bring it out. So we're going to use first this adorable little iolite, which I know looks like just a little black stone right here, but if the light shines through it, it's transparent with a pale indigo color. Looks like this little raw piece. And we're going to tune into that imagination, that sensation, that subtle sense, this feeling, whatever it is for you, of being fulfilled, being comforted, joy, pleasure, whatever it might be for you. And we're going to connect with that there in the subtle mind, the third eye area. Okay, so we're connecting with that space, the subtle senses. Hold your imagination. Hold the fantasy of these feelings. And we're going to call and guide and tempt them forward into the physical realm. just draw it out, draw it down, call this feeling into the physical. Command it into your reality. Hold it in your atoms, in your senses, in your receptors. Have this gorgeous flower agate or something like that. And we're going to continue using this now to draw from the subtle experience that you're able to create on your own into the roots here, into your stems, into your leaves and petals and seeds, or whatever it might be, the pollen of yourself, of your reality. Your own garden that you're caring for now is what I mean. And the connection it has between the subtle soil and what grows from that. What is drawn up, what is carried down, what is created through these points. Again, just feel and let it come forward into the body. If we're looking for outside stimuli to be what makes us feel, well, that's okay, it will, it does, of course, but it's a real skill to be able to create them for yourself, and it supports your alignment, your manifestations, etc. Here's a carnelian, again, just drawing forward those emotions, those feelings, those sensations from the imagination realm into the physical body. I think this is some type of a gabbro. It has the kind of snakeskin texture to it. Or not texture, I'm sorry, but design. And it has an egg-like shape. So I'm just focusing deep down here, near the root, near the sacral, the lower points. Stirring this energy very gently, without force, without strong manipulation, nothing like that. Just clearing the pathways, allowing your natural force, your natural energy to rise, to meet the imagination energy, to meet this potential within yourself, to feel, to be overwhelmed in the most beautiful, delicious ways. To connect with gratitude for such. Okay. So here I have a sweet little druzy from Andre, who also sent me the other stone too. The snaky one. How pretty, right? We're going to use this like a little comb. Like a, what's the word? in like art or even hair, like ombre, when colors or forces come together and we're going to be like blending them in. So there's not really a clear, or rather a hard divide or separation between the subtle and the physical. So that bridge can easily carry, from both aspects. Kind of fading, blending your subtle creations to your physical experience. Of course, we do need to know where reality begins, so I'm not trying to, make it sound like everything should be, we should use discernment, I'll just say that. But when we're talking about joy and all this yummy good stuff, there's no risk, right? There's no issue in a nice bridge. Okay, I'll bring it back. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so we're going to bridge these worlds again. Some oil. We're just going to focus on combing and channeling through to clear any blockages, preventing those connections, right? Those points of contact. Channeling through this freshness, this invigorating energy to support your ability to experience, like truly experience, subtle reality, both joy and pleasure and fun and excitement, exhilaration, love, whatever it might be. And comb through the back here, the back of the head, around the ears, down the neck, shoulders, just channeling through and combing down the spine, around the sides of the ribs, the hips, the back of the legs, round the thighs, past the back of the knees, the back of the calf, ankle, around the ankle, around the knee, down again to the bottom of your foot. And out. I'm gonna just keep this intention, keep these feelings, keep this subtle imagination realm in our minds, in our thoughts, in our subtle senses. And as we fluff the aura here, I'm going to pull it out and out and out into your reality, into your experience. Laughing. Alright. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little session here today. I hope it serves you. And hope it feels invigorating in some aspects. Just want to thank, of course, those of you in the Patreon community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're so wonderful. I appreciate you so much. Thank you to those that I've been so blessed to work with for your Reiki training and attunement. It's such an honor. Thank you so much, truly. And for you here, of course, you in the community, beyond Patreon and all of that. Thank you, for allowing me to share a little piece of your past tonight and for being such a significant piece of mine. I am so grateful, truly. From the very bottom of my heart, I bow to the divine within you and I, to this connection we share. Much love to you, of course, and namaste.